Here this morning. Happy to see such a great crowd we got. First day of spring. Where would you rather be than Kennywood Park, right? So I'm Nick Paradise, Director of Public Relations for everyone. It's not familiar with me. I know everyone's excited to get over and get up close and personal with the steel curtain and the Steelers Country construction site, and we'll get there very soon. But first, we're just going to have a few folks say a few words. General Manager of Kennywood, Jerome Gibas, Director of Marketing for the Steelers, Ryan Huzjak, and Allegheny County Executive Rich Fitzgerald going to speak here real quick. Thankful to have him with us, as well as some of our other local leaders, Kathy Osmond from State Senator Jim Brewster's office, and Lauren Palmquist from State Rep Austin Davis's office. I know they got the better assignment than their representatives and the senator who have to be in Harrisburg. I'm sure they'd rather be here at Kennywood instead. And then also from Allegheny County Council, Bob Macy, thanks for coming out. And Mayors Chris Kelly and Nicole Nesby from West Mifflin and Duquesne, respectively, along with a lot of our other local officials and a team from Visit Pittsburgh. So I'm going to turn it over to Kennywood General Manager Jerome Gibas to give us a few comments. Jerome.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jerome Gibas. I'm the manager at the park here, and I'd like to thank everyone for joining us this morning. We're very excited to have you with us on this first day of spring here at Kennywood. I'd like to share an update as far as what's going on at the site, along with some of the great views of the work that's been done since the last time I think everybody was here in July when we made the initial announcement on Steeler Country. Steeler Country at Kennywood will bring together the best of the amusement park industry and the game of football to create an unforgettably fun experience for all our fans. The Steel Curtain is an ambitious, one-of-a-kind roller coaster that will set the bar high, not only for Kennywood, but for our entire industry. It is the largest roller coaster that our manufacturer, S&S and Worldwide, have ever built. It will set a world record, a North American record, and a Pennsylvania record, which you just officially locked up this past week with the setting of the top piece on the incline, which was just done earlier this week. I think you guys have all saw that. Crews are also working on the station area as we await the final pieces of the structure. Construction of the steel curtain has continued steadily since last spring when the first footers were dug and concrete poured. While it's been a tough time navigating Pittsburgh's wettest year on record in 2018, along with a soggy start for this year, we remain on a track with an aggressive timeline to get the ride completed and can't wait to welcome the first riders on the steel curtain later this summer. Delivering a safe, enjoyable, and high-quality experience on the steel curtain is the goal for Kennywood and all of our partners. Crews have been working extra shifts for several weeks now to get done as much as possible before our season begins on April 27th. While we know the steel curtain will not be ready for our opening day in a little more than a month, we are working to get the ride finished and opened as early as possible. It is critical to note that the safety and quality will not be compromised. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Kennywood, the Steelers, and S&S Worldwide, and we're going to take the time to make sure the ride meets and exceeds everyone's expectations once it's completed. While the steel curtain is without a doubt the star of the new area, the Steeler Country is much more than just one ride. Work on both the Steeler Experience Building and the End Zone Cafe are moving along quite well. Steeler Country will provide an immersive experience in the game of football, our nation's most popular sport. Guests will be able to emulate their favorite athletes by competing against fellow fans, simulations of Steeler stars past and present. The End Zone Cafe and Tailgate Plaza area offer unique dining opportunities within Kennywood, meant to recreate the tailgating experience without the hassle of getting up before dawn to claim a parking spot, and not to mention the freezing cold temperatures of those December night games. The menu will feature traditional tailgate fare enhanced with upscale twists. Burgers stuffed with cheese, stuffed with bacon, and of course, pierogies. All told, Steeler Country is a massive investment for us here at Kennywood, possibly the largest one-year investment we've ever had. And the addition of new attractions will also boost our standing as the region's largest youth and seasonal employer in the area. So on behalf of everyone at Kennywood, I'd like to thank S&S Worldwide, all our partners are out in the field working in the construction site, as well as our local officials who all helped to clear the way for these additions for Kennywood. Our 120-plus year tradition moves forward, and we are very excited to welcome the Pittsburgh Steelers into Kennywood on a permanent basis later this summer. Thank you.
Thanks, Jerome. And next, joined by Steelers Vice President of Sales and Marketing, Ryan Huzjak. Ryan.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I just wanted to, on behalf of the Steelers organization, express how excited we are for the opening of this area. We started talking to the folks at Palace and Kennywood about this opportunity. We were really energized by the ability to be able to connect with the local community, with the regional community, with youth, and with families in a way that's unique and different from any other sports team has been able to do that in North America. So we're very excited about this. We continue to follow the developments closely, the construction. We're looking forward to showing some of our audiences via our social and digital channels some of the latest images and photography of the coaster. But we were just wanted to reiterate how excited we were as an organization to open Steelers country and certainly take the first few rides on the steel curtain. So thanks for having us, and thanks to the folks at Kennywood and Palace for working with us and being great partners. Appreciate it. Thank you.
We're certainly excited to get to that point, and I know it's going to be a big difference maker for this area as a whole. The reason we have a nice contingent from Visit Pittsburgh here, and I'm sure Allegheny County Executive Fitzgerald is excited to see people coming into this area and enjoying Steelers country, whether they're wearing Cam Hayward or Baker Mayfield jerseys or any other team. It's going to be a great thing. So going to give it up Rich Fitzgerald from the county. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. I was so excited I did the ride. That's why I lost my voice screaming. But I'm sure a lot of people will be. What a great partnership when you think about two great Pittsburgh institutions, Kennywood and the Steelers, who've meant so much to this region for decades and decades. And the fact is, neither one of them sitting still and resting on their laurels, continuing to invest in the future, continuing to invest in this region's future. And Nick's right, would Visit Pittsburgh and all the people that come into town, we will welcome people, even if they're not wearing black and gold. That's the preferred jersey. But if they wear some other jerseys, that's okay, as long as they spend money and book hotel rooms and do all those kind of good things. But we are excited that this great park, which has been such a Pittsburgh landmark and institution for over a century, with the great traditions that'll still be here, the Jackrabbit, Racer, Thunderbolt, but now moving forward into the future with an iconic ride like the Steel Curtain, the largest, the highest one in the state, and the most turns in North America. That's something to be proud of, as Pittsburgh is always moving forward in a great way. So I want to congratulate Jerome and Ryan and the Steelers and Kennywood for continuing to invest. And obviously the fact that both of them still have the black and gold is what makes us so special. So congratulations to everybody. Can't wait for that first ride. Thank you.
Okay, all right, so with that, we got a pretty large group here, so rather than all going at once, we'll start over towards the construction site. Thank you. I know everyone's pretty much got their vests on and their hats.